There, it's Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida, at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery, and you are looking at the residual of the box that the Arteza colors came in that they sent me to try, which look like that. Kind of cool, huh? Little plastic packaging, squeeze out the top. You could theoretically cut that thing open and scrape it out if you wanted all the paint in there. What they also sent me were these itty bitty, teeny weeny little canvases that I'm going to try and center in the middle of my screen and then try and stay somewhere in that vicinity. Oh yeah, there we go. This is a first. So there's our first canvas. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm going to try and center this, get this right the first time. Wouldn't that be nice? And a little more that way, and now we're good to go. And I'm going to press focus and hope maybe back off a little bit. So we have some time on my timer where my camera will shut off in 20 minutes. I have questions. I have mixed up all of the paints that they sent me and put them in squeeze bottles. I mixed them with, instead of half again Floetrol, I used about 5 times Floetrol to, so that's like what, 20% color, and the rest was, I guess that makes 80%. Gosh, my math sucks today. Okay, so I made some cool colors. I don't even know if we can swipe this stuff, but I want to know very much. So we're going to give it a shot. Got nothing to lose. I did not get any magenta in this set, but they do have a magenta, or at least a pink I saw. I'm a little out of my color comfort zone, but I expect something cool will happen anyway. I did mix, that's the color I just used. I did mix some of my my golden pearlescent, what is it, iridescent pearl medium in there, and they gave me permission. I asked if I could use some of my own purple, so that's what I'm going to do. This is just too weird. Teeny tiny weird, and that's okay. It's good to be outside your comfort zone once in a while. It's good to have squeeze bottles too, I think. And the only color I haven't used right off is their gold. Actually, I made up 23 colors, so don't listen to me. And usually I zigzag, but we'll save that for the next time. We'll see how this comes out first. I made up a little tiny rag, which I then put somewhere immediately. I found it! Cool! And this one is made out of a sort of a light linen type material. And I'm going to squeeze that out one more time before we get going. What did I want? I wanted some black. I made some nice orange. Let's do a little more orange. I'm not so sure about the blue and the orange next to each other. That may or may not work out right. And I didn't use nearly enough of that turquoise. And there's a bug on my arm. Go away, bug. I made up a bunch of this beautiful... come off! Really? It's not coming off. Use your teeth. Yeah, I needed that. This might work. I hope it does. That would be cool. So there's my swipe color at the end. I'm going to use black, because that's where my comfort zone is. And I should put some freezer paper right underneath all of this to catch things. Why don't I just put a dustpan under there? And I'm going to fold this little rag up. I'm going to try and do a bunch of these. We'll see what happens. So I'm going to fold this. What am I going to do? I'm not going to fold it up. I'm going to dangle it. I'm going to dangle it in the paint. These are about the size of coasters. And I wasn't too sure that I could use a cotton t-shirt material, which is my usual swipe tool, to best advantage, so I decided to try something different. Little itty bitty baby swipe tool and swipe. And I'm going to do what I always do. and use my spare paint, which there looks like there's plenty of it on the edges. And because we can, I don't want to get rid of that paint. Oh well, never mind. Some things you just got to get rid of. So as ridiculous as it seems to me on this little tiny thing, which is adorable by the way, I'm going to try and use my wet fingers unsuccessfully to get out my huge blowtorch for this little tiny painting. I didn't pull the RainX out, which I could. I know I have some nice colors under there and we're not seeing any of them, so for me that means to find the tubing that is usually right here, or a straw, or a skewer. Let's try the skewer. Well, I know where there's a straw, but it's inside. I'm not entirely sure why my tubing would have gone anywhere. And it would have been good to get that in advance of this moment, I should think. And everything is under my table except for that. So, what do I do now? I'll be back in a minute. Just keep your eye on that painting. I'm back, more or less. Let's see if blowing with a straw will bring up any colors. All this makes me want to do is RainX. So we really had no idea, since I didn't put any silicone in my colors, what would happen anyway. I can't say. More of a blow than a swipe at this point. Get that up there. But it's still behaving in a similar way to other things. I'm going to have to wash my rack off after. Looks like I have more paint on one side than the other. Oh, here comes some nice colors though. Pretty. Not much in the way of cells. It's making me feel like maybe we're going to have to throw some silicone in. But I'm loving that. That's cool. That's kind of a nice surprise. Around Robin Hood's barn sort of way. What can you see? This is all a new experiment for me. Get a little closer. That's as close as I can get. Let's take the torch to it again. Okay, well we got 10 minutes left. Keep your eye on that while that develops. There are moments when it would be convenient to be in my studio. So for right now, because I want something more than we've got, this is RainX original formula. I'm not sure how that's going to work for you, but I'm going to give that a little bit of a yes. See, I'm happy I did that because that's cool. We have little tiny baby cells. So, one down, and we have enough time to maybe do another one. And before the end, maybe I'll pull that back. My edges are done pretty well. Yep, they're all done. I've got a piece of freezer paper rather than put it up on tacks or something. And it'll go in my air-conditioned room before I'm done. Let's pull another one of these right out here. I am going to take a little container and maybe I'm going to put some blaster silicone, yeah, right onto a tongue depressor and make a drip go in to my container because I don't want more than that. And then I'm going to do a dirty pour because I don't usually do dirty pours and because I can. And where's my black? There's this. I just had it. Let's give it a try. You never know what we're going to get until we try. And you can fit a lot more paint in there than you'd imagine, huh? Let's go back again and throw some more white in there. Maybe some gold. Maybe some green. That's not a good bottle. I need a different bottle. I have some other greens too. I made lots of greens yesterday. Strange for a person who doesn't use green very often. But I thought I might make some grass today, and that would be cool. And last but not least, let's just do the whole rainbow. Now usually I don't stir, but in this case, being that silicone is in the bottom, I'm going to give it one go round. Not only that, I think it's probably really a good idea to use my Princeton Catalyst spatulas and put a nice layer of wet paint on the surface and see what happens with our dirty pour. It's pretty warm out here today. My glasses are on my head. Doesn't matter how small the canvas is, I still can't hardly see the difference between white canvas and white paint. Alright, so here's a dirty pour flip cup. Let's just give it a minute. Come down there and see what happens. Put my blaster aside, find my white rags. Alright, little thing, let's do something. What are we going to do next? That's what I want to know. I could submerge this if I put a ring of white around there. Those were some strange colors, but that's okay. They look kind of cool right now. I like it. And like I said, I don't usually dirty pour, but that's just so slick. I made myself up a nice little edge catcher. I'm not using as much magenta or purple as I usually use, but I'm still having a good time. This reminds me of some of the ones when I would tip the edge. Let's see how far that'll go. Let's let it go over, just like a bigger piece. Now I can always hear Gina's voice in my head. Let your paint center again. I'm going to use some of that paint from the edge catcher, just like I would on a normal size. As long as I don't let it slip like that. Whole different ball game. I'm going to move that down there. I wonder how fast I can be. I have 6 minutes left. Kind of want to use one with all blues. Just let that all go right back on there again. Hopefully I'm still in your frame. I like what's down in that corner over there. I don't really want all that yellow to be swallowed. I'm kind of wondering if I can get some of it back if it goes away. This is so surreal. I guess that's the word. Surreal. Because it's just like a big painting, only it's not a big painting. Alright, that's enough of that for now. It just makes me want to use RainX on everything. Alright, so my normal MO, wow, I can feel the heat. Let's just stick a bamboo skewer in there and have some fun. And I'm going to torch, probably just because I usually torch. I'm getting some white cells popping through. We might get an interesting effect. I think way down is best for that. Way, way down. There's probably more paint on there than I need. So if I do another one, I could dump it off. We got 4 minutes. I'm going to put that aside for right now. Or dump it. One or the other. Well, I've got wrinkles in my paint now. Never mind. It is what it is. Let's see if we can get one more out. And I want to do a sweep. And did I save that container? Yeah, I did. So let's just do something simple. I really like this blue color. And I'm going to throw some of my own purple in there. And then some of their orange, just because it's a bizarre thing. You know what? I think I'm going to use that silver, even though I never use silver. And top it up with some black. And this time I'm willing to pour it off. I'm also, there's no silicone there except for what was left from the last batch. So put that right there. I'm going to dump it right back off. Let it go over and down. Got some cute little cells going on. Like I said, over and over again, not my normal colors, but still kind of fun. Take some of that right off and put it back in. I didn't use hardly any of that. I'm dripping like a son of a gun. I'm going to touch up my edges. That's kind of neat. It is what it is. I can still drag a few things off. I've still got white paint, so I can still push right up through. Drag a few things down, probably get some cells. I got 2 minutes left. If you like what I do, there are links to help me out. Patreon and PayPal. Some in the description and a couple of icons in the header. And you can see all of my artworks. Yeah, I like that. All of my YouTube artworks on an album that's listed on a Facebook album that you can find the link for way at the bottom under the description under show more. Well, that's kind of cool. I don't mind that at all. I'd like to do another one. I may just do a few more because I can. We got a minute left or more. Oh, really low. I use a propane torch because the butane torches just didn't work for me very well. I'm not sure those are my favorite colors. I wonder how quick I can do a ribbon pour. Probably not in a minute though. Well, we can always start the camera again and hope it doesn't melt down. I wonder what kind of paint I had left. I had some... I had lots of paint left. In my little container. It's like starting over. Well, I got a series of little things anyway. I'm going to have to do something with my purples. Or more of something with my purples. There we go. You'll be gone soon. Go away. This is Priscilla, Batzell, in Spring Hill, Florida, at Expression Start Studio. Wondering what the heck I'm doing. But still having fun. I recommend it. Fun, that is. Looking for a color that will go. So I'll see you in the next video.